Hello, students. Good morning, all of you. Today, I, Rabindra Mohan Mishra, from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College, Batho, am taking the class of Shastri first. There is one play which is prescribed for us is of Silver Box, which is written by Goldsworthy. Yesterday, we have Shane Goldsworthy as a writer. Today we see the character sketch of Mrs. Jones. It is also very important for our coming examination. Character sketch is also asked. It is of more than 10 marks. Mr. Jones is also a very important character of the play, The Silver Box. The character Mrs. Jones is very prominent in the play of Silver Box. Mrs. Jones is described by Jones as a very meek woman who does not have the spirit even of a louse. She is ill treated by her husband, who goes to the extent of suspecting her fidelity. Yet she does not break with him. She is advised by a maid servant to divorce her husband. She is very good servant to divorce her husband, but she never thinks along these lines to come in the play. She is the only person in the play who traces effects to causes. She says that her husband drinks because he is implied and commits crimes because he is in a drunken state and stolen the silver box. Mr. Jones is deeply attached to her children. As we know, the children is very important for the parents, especially for the mother. It is most painful to see her working as a charwoman in different houses to support her three children. She talks to the magistrate about her children. The magistrate says that this is an irrelevant matter, and Mrs. Jones meekly agrees with him. At the end of the play also, she does not do anything violent to protest against her husband's imprisonment. The magistrate accuses her alone. She knows how difficult it is to get a job. She makes a worthless appeal to Warwick to help her, but he makes a gesture of refusal and walks out of the court. Now, there is a question What will be the fate of Mrs. Jones and her children? The trial of Livehands at the beginning of the third act present a clue to the future. Like Mrs. Livehands, Mrs. Jones may also throw morality to the winds and become a street walker, and her children may be taken to a public house. Lady Harryroot's aggressive maidservant serves as a foil to the meek and submissive Mrs. Jones. When Hollywood brands her maid as a immortal and tries to dismiss her, she defines Hollywood brands and tries to establish that she has not done anything wrong with them. What is more, she demands a month's wages in lieu of notice. Through juxtaposition of the two maid servants, Goldsworthy probably suggests that only women like Holyrood's maid can survive, and soft-natured women like Mrs. Jones will be trampled underfoot. In the Jones lodgings, Jones complains to his wife that she is badly treated when he tries to find work. In reply of this, Mrs. Jones says that they have to pay the rent today. When the landlady comes for the rent, Mrs. Jones' husband unexpectedly throws his wife a sovereign to pay it. Mrs. Jones is appalled to find he has a purse and the missing cigarette box. Jones says, I am no thief. I am no worse than that young Warwick is. He brought, oh, that purse I pick up, a lady purse. As we know, all person does not want to accept the mistakes. In the same way, John neglects her mistakes. Ashno, a detective, enters and finds the cigarette box he is looking for. He assumes Mrs. John stole it and arrests her. In the police court, Mrs. John says she was shocked that her husband had the box. Here we see that again Mr. Mrs. John is ready to throw her husband out of this mud. She wants to free Mr. Jones from the commitment. Jones says he helped young Mr. Barthwick to unlock the door and that Jack said to him, you look like one of these is solistic. Take whatever you like. John says he took the box out of a spite. Jack, questioned by a robber, says he does not remember John's letting him in. In this moment, Warwick does not press charges and Mrs. Jones is discharged. In this way, Mr. Warwick cooperates her wholeheartedly. Mrs. Jones accuses him of being unconcerned about the welfare of the family. She particularly charges that he has a mistress and spends all he earns on her. When the police arrest her and prepare to take her away, then John admits that it was he who stole the silver box. This theme is taken up by Goldsworthy in his play for the Justice to show us, which shows a man released from prison, not getting a job, and finally committing suicide. The main theme of the play is finding out the justice. Throughout Goldsworthy's dramatic works, there is a tension between oppressive moralism and melodramatic theatricality. As examples of realistic drama, this play have merit as the work of sincere and careful craftsperson who wrote in tradition, made great by the true artists who made it their own, just like Henrik Ibsen, Augustus Strindberg, Anton Chekhov, and Bernard Shaw. As critic Aladas Nicol has observed, Goldsworthian realism and socialistic realism tend to suffer from the same pathetic complaint, deplorable and even tawdry sentimentalism. In the play Silver Box, however, Goldsworthy successfully combined realistic representation with dramatic presentation of theme. This play remains historically